Hello everyone, myself Shahzad Khan. I am teaching you subject science. You are now getting this video from New Catholic Mission School Jhabua. Without wasting much time, let's begin the chapter number 1 of science subject, that is of class 6. This is food, where does it come from? As you all know that we are moving from different regions in different states, for which we are getting different cultures. Same according to the culture, we are getting different foods also. So in the first paragraph mention us a wide range of food items eaten across various states of India. Now we know that different organisms eat different kinds of components of food. Like we are having vegetarians, non-vegetarians, some kind of Thai foods, continental foods. So which we easily clear about the topic that any person is having different choice of eating food. For these different choices, we are getting different collectivity of the foods also from plants and animals. Plants and animals are the two major sources which provide us food in different level. But whereas plants only gives us herbals and veggies, and animals are giving us direct products as well as indirect products also. Direct products are those which are getting on the spot on current conditions from the animals, and indirect means which we convert or modify into a new different section of food. Let us clear more about this. Every food has its ingredients to prepare. Ingredients is the important word here, which you get definition at this side. Better giving an example first. Wheat flour and water are the primary sources for creating a chapati. Then second, for making dal, pulses, water, salt, oil, ghee and spices are needed. I hope so these two examples are clear enough about the ingredients definition. If you want more about definition, here it is. Materials that needed to prepare a portion of food are called its ingredients. I am again repeat the definition. Materials that needed to prepare a portion of food are called its ingredients. Move to next slide. Food materials and sources. This topic mentions us about that from where we are getting sources of which kind of food and what material we are getting. Taking here the primary sources of our food are plants and animals. I already mentioned this point just 2 minutes before it, that we are getting major sources of in our foods are from plants and animals. Rice, wheat, paddy, pulses, vegetables, fruits are the plant sources of our food. I already underline and bold the letters which are important in this PPT. Third point, item which we get directly or indirectly. These two words already you check out in your notebooks also or textbooks. Directly or indirectly from animals are called animal sources of our food. Fourth point, butter, ghee, cream, cheese, curd are the indirect sources of our food which we get from animals, because this is called indirect because we modified them from its original sources. Some food items like milk, eggs, meats, chicken are the direct sources of food which we get from animals. I hope so this name already mentioned you about which are the current sources we are getting on the food. For example, milk, which will be modified or converted to butter, ghee, cream, cheese and curd. So this is direct and indirect. Okay. Move to next slide. Plant part as food. Next topic is animal parts as a food. In your book you are getting two same thing, plants and animals in food materials, but I separate them for your better understanding. So here wheat, fruits, vegetables, cereals and pulses. Here we are getting to know the plants that provide us with food. Plants are giving you different sources, different parts which you are eating in your daily habits. Be different parts of the plant as a food called edible parts or eatable parts. Don't get confused about these words, edible parts or eatable parts. Generally leaves and fruits are the main sources of our food as part of a plant. Next, root, stems and flowers are also considered as a source of our food in some plants. Next few points easily clear you with the example that which part you are eating in your veggies or in your dishes. Root, carrot, radish and beetroot. Underground stems, potato, onion and garlic. Leaves of the plant, lettuce, spinach, cabbage and coriander. Flower part, cauliflower, banana, pumpkin. Seed of the plant, wheat, maize, paddy, beans and different pulses. In this picture you are getting two different sources. One is from the English and second is from the Hindi. Both the labels are same, but they are getting different language for which you can easily understand it. Flower, push, stem, तना, bud, kali, leaf, patti, roots, jade. These are the parts which you are eating in your daily lives. I hope so when you will move to market with your parents, you saw so many vegetables around in the market. Those are the parts which you are taking or buying from them. Move to the next slide. Animal products as food. An idea about animal products as food item is we eat animal products like meat, egg, honey, milk, cheese, butter and curd. This point is consisting of direct and indirect both. Cow, buffalo and goat are the primary sources of milk. Same as similarly, chicken provides meat and egg. The main animals for the meat are goat, chicken, fish and prawns. Honeybee produces us honey from the nectar of flowers. It is rich in sugar, minerals and enzymes. Nectar is an important word. Please underline it. Here in this picture you are getting better. These pictures are taken from the NCERT books, as you will see these pictures in your book also. Now last point of this chapter, what do animal eats? Animal is considered of living organism. Human being is also considered as a living organism. So I also consider them. Living organisms have different eating habits, as it can be easily checked in the structure and the shape of our body structures also. Based on eating habits, living organisms are categorized as herbivorous, who eats only grass and plant products, whose example are cow, deer and goat. Second, carnivorous, who eat flesh of other animals, are carnivorous, examples lion, jackal, frog and cat. And third is omnivorous, who eats only and both categories of plants as well as animals. That is herbivorous and carnivorous. If you want to get this definition in your mind language, better to understand the theory part, try to go on the diagrams also. I will show you some pictures here which will very much clear you about the three categories. Fourth category is also there, that is vision. Those persons who are 100% depend on vegetables, who are not getting indebted sources of the food from animals also. Move to here. There are some examples of herbivorous. You can easily check out the structures of their body parts. First of all, their foods, their teeth. This you easily clarify. Then here is carnivorous, again foods and the teeth. There are two different major sources in their activities of body parts, which you can easily know. As human beings are having both the figures, foods like this, teeth like this and herbivorous also like this. Then third is omnivorous, as you can easily consider vegetables, then meats, all this you can include, that is omnivorous. So humans are considering omnivorous. Now important keywords from the chapter. This part is at the last of your chapter. So let's check out these ingredients. The raw material used to prepare a dish, edibles or eatables, substances that can be eaten. Nectar, the word I mentioned you already, it is an important word. Nectar, sweet essence of a flower which will be picked out by the honeybees. Omnivorous, animal that eat both in plants and animals. Apiculture, the rearing of honeybees in large scale. Herbivorous, animal that eat only grain plants. Carnivorous, animal that eat only flesh of other animals. Okay, these are main points from my side for revision in a quick time and in a easy way. Without reading all the chapter, without reading all the topics, these are some important points which you can easily use at your exam time. First is, food is obtained from plants and animals. Different parts of plants are used as food item. There are three categories of living organism: herbivorous, carnivorous and omnivorous. People eat different kinds of food in different regions of India. Certain ingredients are needed to prepare a particular kind of dish. Photosynthesis is a process by which leaves absorb sunlight and prepare food using chlorophyll. Rice and wheat flour are called staple food. The rearing of honeybees in large scale is known as apiculture. I hope so that each and every point will be very much clear to you and enough to understand this chapter. If you are getting any more doubts, please comment on us and mention the data which you are not getting in a proper way, so that we will again remind you in a new language with new examples. Thank you.